Okay, good afternoon. We are going to make an omelette. I have all the ingredients in front of me and all the bits and pieces that you're going to need to use to make said omelette. So, here we go. You will need, get the wire out of the way, you don't need butter, that's lucky. But here we go. You need a saucepan. Non-stick is good. You will need a whisk. Mine has an orange handle, yours doesn't have to have. You will need a fish slice or spatula, depending on what you want to call it, your choice. You will need a mixing jug. I have a rather large mixing jug, it goes up to 2,000 millilitres, or in layman's terms, 2 litres. You're not going to make that much of an omelette, don't worry. On to the food, or the other bits. If you need it, olive oil or chili oil. I've got a non-stick pan, don't necessarily need the oil. Then you've got your eggs. I go for at least 3. Luckily, I've got 7. Black pepper. Oops. Extra mature cheddar cheese. Milk. Not a lot. Send the kids down the shop for some more of that. There's some ham. And we're going to put in some marinated tomatoes with garlic and oregano. You can put anything you wish into this mixture. Experiment, have some fun, see what you got in your fridge. What we're going to start with is our mixing bowl, and it's a measuring jug, not a mixing bowl. Got that one wrong. Huh. And we're going to chuck 3 eggs into said mixing bowl. Okay, so first and foremost, 3 eggs. Now if you're brave, you might try and juggle. Ta-da! Crack your 3 eggs into your measuring jug. 1. Don't forget, leave a massive mess for your mum to clear up, because they love that. But we're going to be good and we're going to clean up after ourselves. 2. Oh, no shell, good. Alright, we're going to add a bit of milk, not too much. About there, that's good. Going to chuck in a little bit of pepper, it's come off already. Perfect. Then we're going to get your ham. Now I get kind of this type of ham, so you can just rip it up, chuck it in as much as you want. Oopsie. As much as you want. If you're wondering why my nose looks rather black, that's because I had my face painted last night and I tried to get it all off and obviously I failed. So there you go. There you go, look, as much ham in there as you wish. Get your tomatoes if you want tomatoes. You can use just normal sliced tomatoes if you want. I'm going for these slightly more fancy because they smell quite nice. Let's chuck a few of them in there, look. There you go. Lovely jubbly. Don't forget to re-wrap it. Don't want them going off. And then a grater has magically appeared because I forgot it. So get your cheese. You don't want to put too much in to start with because as it cooks, it releases a bit of oil and it makes it a bit too oily. But also, you're going to want to put some cheese on the top of your omelette. So, once all your ingredients are in your jug, give them a good old mix up together. Lovely jubbly. And then we're going to go over to the hob. Okie dokie, so we're at the stove. Going to turn the stove up to full, but I'm also going to put my grill on about 200 because once it's cooked underneath, you want to put it in your grill and it'll make it come up and go all brown, and that's when you put your cheese on top. So we're going to wait for this to warm up. Tiny bit of chili oil just to give it a kick, and then here we go. Give it another little mix up. So, how was your weekend? Mine was good. I stayed up really late last night partying, doing a disco for my friends, lots of rock music. My neck really hurts. Alrighty, yeah, so sorry, sun interrupted. So yeah, I was up all night having a play on songs. I'm just waiting for this to heat nicely, which you can see. As the oil starts to run quite quick, it means the oil's heating up. We need that to be nice and warm. Right. Last little stir up. Pour it all in. Alrighty. Measuring jug gone. So we're going to need to keep our fish slice, and we're going to keep our whisk. Because as this heats up, we're just going to give it gentle stirs. What you'll find as it starts to heat up at the bottom is the eggs will all form together, and it will start to look like scrambled egg. And if it starts to do that, then that is perfect. The cheese will all start to melt because the mixture gets hot. Alright, we'll give it a couple of seconds. And this is the worst part of cooking, is when you can see how good the food is going to be and you want to eat it, but you can't. You've got to wait. So it might get a bit noisy now. I'm going to turn my extractor fan on. Otherwise I'll get told off. So keep stirring going. I can start now seeing little lumps of egg forming together. But as you can see here, look, the big lumps of yellow is where your eggs are starting to form together. Right, I'm not making a massive stirring motion, I'm just giving it a little bit of a stir just to keep things from sticking, even though I've got a non-stick pan, some of you guys might not have, so this is going to really help and benefit you guys. Alright, so we keep on going until it forms, or starts to form, quite a solid lump. All of it's starting to solid up together. So it's looking good now. Right, it's starting to bubble. Smells good. Give that 30 seconds and then we're going to put it under the grill. Alrighty, so now's your point. You're going to grate your cheese all over the top. Obviously make sure you've got nice clean hands before you're touching your cheese. You should have obviously washed your hands before you started this, but me being rubbish, I forgot to tell you. As much cheese as you like. I like it loads of cheese on top. Last little squiggle. Turn that off. Now we're going to go under the grill. So there it is at the moment. Hopefully it should rise up a bit and the cheese will go nice and melty and golden brown on top. So this is the fun part now. We just wait. And while we're waiting, we're going to be a good little boy or girl and give our stove top a wipe down. There's nothing worse than having your mum nagging at you for hours because you haven't done what you've been asked to do. Alright, while that's happening, get your plate out. Plate's ready. Alright, we're nearly there, about a minute away. It's coming out, it's coming quite nice. Look, it's all fluffed up, it's all going nice and brown on top. It's going to be perfect. Now obviously if you're doing this for your mums and your dads or your carers, you could get a bigger frying pan, you could get like more of the same ingredients. So if you're doing it for 2 people, maybe use 6 eggs instead of 3. If you're doing it for 3 people, then it's 3 times 3, which is
9.
9. If you're doing it for 4 people, it's 3 times 4, which is
12.
12. You know, everything you do, if you're going more people, just add more of the mixtures. Here we go. Are you ready? Right. Grill off. So there we go. We've got an omelette. Nice melted cheese on top, golden brown. You can see bits of tomato, bits of ham. Get your spatula. Just give it a wibble. I don't know what else to call it. Down the sides. And you can, if you can, give it a flip. And then on your plate, obviously watch out, really hot, so straight to the sink. Extractor fan off, knife and fork, bit of possibly brown sauce if you're weird, mayonnaise if you're weirder, barbecue sauce, yes. And that's that. We will be back with something else in the next few days. See you later, sloths.